Hello, how is everyone? Welcome back to Gamertag VR. Doing something a bit different today because I've got a pre-recorded interview with James Hunt. So for all of you in the chat who just said they don't want to miss any gameplay, this is just an interview. First of all, it goes on for 11 minutes and 30 seconds. So for those of you who watch this later on, just literally fast forward the video to 11 minutes 30 if you don't want to see that. And then we jump into some gameplay. We're going to be doing the first world, probably only. It depends. We'll see how it goes because minimum spoilers because I've already put that on the channel anyway. So yeah, thank you for joining me. And if this transition's okay, we're going to go into an interview and then we're going to go into the gameplay on the quest. So thanks for being here, guys. Thank you for hitting that like button. And I'll see you in a minute. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Gamertag VR. My name's GT, and today we are talking to James Hunt from Fast Travel Games, and we're going to talk about, I believe, your very first game that you've done in virtual reality called The Curious Tale of Stolen Pets. Is that right?
So it's my first game as a creative lead, but I was part of the Apex Construct game as well as an animator.
Oh man, that game is fantastic. That was one of the first games I received as a streamer. I've never done it before, and yeah, it's such a good game. So James, let's start talking about the influences behind this. And I guess how did you? I guess you have to pitch a game to the rest of the team. Is that how it works?
Yeah, exactly. So Christopher Benjaminson, who is our CTO, he asked me if I had any idea of a game, and I gave it a weekend to think about it. I mean, I've toyed with the idea of making games before, but up until now, I've just been an animator, so I've been part of a team. But so I gave it a thought, and I thought about games I liked, and I pitched this game, which is actually quite like the game that it turned out to be. So I pitched this game for him. He liked it. We managed to get like 2 weeks to do a prototype, just me and him. And then we showed it for the studio, and everyone seemed to like it. And the rest is history. It became a game.
Yeah. So tell me about the actual title, like The Curious Tale of Stolen Pets. How? What?
It's a title. It's the internal work in progress name for the game is Diorama, which kind of suits. It's like a portion of a world. But the Curious Tale of Stolen Pets was actually we had several ideas for names, and this was one, and it just stuck with us, and we it was a bit quirky and bit fun, and it explains a little bit what it's about. So yeah, that's what we ended up with.
It's awesome because like when I played it, the one thing that surprised me is like the world is floating in front of you, like the puzzle, the everything that you can just walk around it if you wanted to, especially on the Quest, obviously, because it's wireless.
There's a few reasons, I guess. I think what works really well in VR is scale. So it could be tiny or really big stuff. So I was toying with the idea of working with something like that. Also, I think as anyone with VR, locomotion in VR is not 100% always.
Yeah, yeah.
Motion sickness for certain people. So I was thinking about how could I make a game that wouldn't affect that. And also, there's a couple of games I really like that do work similar. So one game is Captain Toad Treasure Tracker to the Nintendo, and it's like my take on that.
So
with
funny
a couple of elements in it.
Funny enough, when I played it at Gamescom and I was talking to other creators and stuff, Toad come up, Treasure Tracker. It did come up as like a yeah. It reminded us of that. Graphically, it's incredible.
Oh, cheers!
And the animations for the characters are quite unique.
I know what you mean. It's on purpose. We made it so me being an animator, I really wanted to emphasize animation in the game, and I toyed with the idea of making it look like claymation, which is probably what you're thinking about.
That's it.
One way of doing that is actually animating on fewer frames than you have to. So we're animating on twos, which means it moves only on every second frame, and it gives that claymation stop motion feel, and it makes it feel more like you can touch it. It's a bit more reachable.
Yeah, yeah, and obviously there is a story to this game as well, where I think you're being voiced by your grandfather.
That's
and
right.
You're going back to like childhood memories.
Yeah.
There's also a bit of a plot there with something to do with your sister. Like it's not all sunshine and roses. There is something that needs to be fixed, or a bad memory that you need to revisit. How did you get the idea for that?
Yeah, so when making the prototype for the game, we didn't have any idea of story. So this was something our creative director pitched, that he thought that the game would actually be better with the story, and I totally agree. So him and me thought together out this story of your grandfather's voice speaking to you, and these childhood memories you have together. So that was the starting of that, and then the story has just been a continuation and an elaboration between us, and ended up what we have today.
Yeah, and the voice work in that game is very good as well. Who's the guy who does the granddad's voice?
So his name is Martin Cox. He's an English guy, and funny enough, when we were looking for voice actors, we hadn't decided if it would be a grandfather or a grandmother.
Right.
So we sent out applications for a few different voice actors, and when we got this guy's audition back, we fell in love with it. So it was a perfect fit.
And you've got a history of picking great voice actors because in Apex Construct,
Mm.
that voice is superb. Once again, I cannot remember the work, the guy who done the voice work in it, of Father, but
Mm.
that is superb. And I
Yeah, yeah.
remember when I watched the trailer, I was like, this is great. Like, this is
Yeah,
really
no, it
good.
was great. We let him audition for this game as well, actually, and he was really good. But we just fell in love with this Martin Cox guy.
The
Yeah,
voice, it feels quite warm and comforting. So,
yeah.
yeah, it definitely could. He could be everyone's grandfather. Almost, he fits the bill.
We want people to relate as well, so it's. Yeah, I agree. It's really nice.
Yeah. So when it comes to the puzzles and stuff, you've got different worlds,
Yep.
I believe. So you've got one underwater,
Yeah.
one in the snow.
Yeah.
And the very first one I played. I'm not sure how many worlds there are or how long the game is currently.
So the game consists of 5 worlds. We haven't really revealed the last world. We're saving that as a surprise for the gamers. But the first world is a summer house world, we call it. The second is winter vacation. The third is aquarium, and the fourth is prehistoric.
Yeah.
They're all contained. So one world is one level, so to speak. So all the puzzles are solved within that world.
How difficult is it to make a game like that? To make a puzzle game? I mean, because obviously you've got your pitch, and
Yeah.
you've got the idea of the structure, and then you're like, now we need to make something that people need to work on. How difficult is that?
Yeah, it's funny. I mean, this being my first game as well, but so I've played quite a lot of puzzle games, and I really like the Amanita design games like Machinarium and Botanica and those. And it was just a matter of thinking out the world and thinking what type of objects would be fun to play about within this world, and then figuring out, okay, how could that fit into a puzzle? So we're talking about objects as a pickup, which would be something you could actually pick up and use, and then there would be interactables, which would be objects you can poke at and things would happen. So, and I would create these mind maps with all these different objects and see how could they fit together and what could I create for puzzles with these, and then you would try them out on the team and you get feedback, and then you do another round of them. So it's a collaborative work, and it takes quite a lot of time, but in the end I think we created something quite fun.
Yeah. And it's going to be available on nearly every platform, I believe.
Yeah, so we're trying to get it out on all the major VR platforms, and yeah, exactly.
Ah, superb. And what's I guess, your platform of choice when you play this? Because I've not, like some developers, when they develop a game on on the Quest, they really appreciate the freedom that it brings them. I mean, do you feel that? Because when I played the game, obviously, in my head, I think to myself, I haven't played the Quest version yet. That's what I'm going to be doing my live stream on, funny enough, because I like the idea of the world being in the centre and
Yeah.
me being able to manipulate. Because I think normally you just like roll the world around with a button, turn it around.
You could do it with the thumbstick, where you can actually grab the air and just.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think physically moving around it would be pretty awesome. I think that would be a really good way of doing it.
I love the Quest. It's my headset of choice. I prefer the just ease of use and no cable that being there ahead of graphical fidelity. I think the game looks really good on Quest.
Yeah.
I mean, we have certain things that we couldn't fit in the Quest, just as like post processing and so on. But I think the game looks amazing on Quest, and it plays really well there. And like you say, you can walk around the world if you want to, and that's a fun way of playing it.
Yeah, and I found like certain games like Vader Immortal, for example, where I've played them on the Rift and I've played them on the Quest, and to be honest, I don't really see that much difference. There might be the odd effect missing, but the
Yeah.
experience hasn't changed.
No, exactly, and I think that would be the case here as well. If you play on Quest, you're not missing out on anything.
Yeah.
If you have a side by side, you would see differences, but it's nothing big. It's basically the same game, and I'm super happy that we're able to do that.
There are objects to be found, like.
Yes, exactly. So what you can do is apart from solving the puzzles and finding the stolen pets, you can find hidden coins, which will be your weekly allowance when you were younger. So they're hidden in the world, and there's so many coins to be found in every world.
And what do you want people to come away from this experience? Like, I find some games either have a bit of a message, or the developers want people to. I mean, it might just be a case you want them to avoid the puzzles.
I mean, I'll be happy if just see people smile. It's a accessible game. There's no fail states. There's no time limits. You can't die in any way, and you can play it sitting down. You can play it standing up. If you've got a quest, you can walk around. So I'm just happy if people enjoy giving it a go and hopefully enjoying it.
Yeah, I'm sure they will, man. I'm sure, as I said, and the other thing when I was thinking back to it, the music's very good as well. Very enchanting. It's got like, when you have like a favourite film when you're a kid kind of music. Do you know what I mean? It's got that going on. So
Yeah, regarding the music, it's funny. When I was making the prototype, I added a music tune from the band Vintergatan, which is favorites of mine, and we ended up getting in contact with them, and they were happy to be part of the game. So it's actually their music in the game, and
yeah.
that's really exciting. So, and maybe not everyone knows Vintergatan for their music, but they're very famous on YouTube for their marble machine they've done,
All
and
right.
the music fits really well. So we're super happy for that.
Oh, that's great, man. That's great. Well, thank you ever so much for your time. I wish you all the best for the launch of the game, which comes out on the
On the 14th.
on the 14th,
Yeah.
and that's going to be on PlayStation VR, Oculus platform, Steam,
Yeah.
HTC,
Yeah.
Viveport.
Yeah.
Wow. So
All of them. Yeah. And
you've
it'll
got
be $14.99 dollars. So I guess that's euros as well.
and I think maybe 13.99, 12.99 in pounds. I'm assuming something
Yeah,
like that.
I don't
So
know.
yeah, awesome, dude. Thank you ever so much for your time, man. I really look forward to playing your game.
Yeah. Cheers. Thanks.
Take care, James.
Yeah. You too.
See you
Bye.
soon. Bye bye. So there you go, guys. There is the interview. I filmed that earlier in the week, so I've got some extra info to share with you with regards to the price. Someone said it's coming out tomorrow. As far as I know, this game is available. Oh, fast travel. It will cost $14.99. He was right, €14.99 and €11.99 in pounds. And I believe the release date is the 14th of November. So we're just going to do, I think, for the case of spoilers, we'll go for World 1, which is a game. I've already done the level on a PC on the Rift desk back at Gamescom. So yeah. I haven't played this at all, by the way, on the Quest. So when I was talking about walking down around the world, I'm hoping to do that. I'm hoping to set the world about here and just walk around it. If I've got enough room. Hold on, what is that in the corner? Oh, I know what that is. Because I changed that for that, which should be this. Excellent. Oh wow. As I said, this music's lovely. Hello. Oh, well, I hope you enjoyed that interview. Nice. It's really nice to be back in this. Let's have a quick look at the settings. Very straightforward.
Is that you? I didn't recognize you at first. You're all grown up. Maybe you've forgotten about your dear old granddad.
Thank you.
I didn't think so. Do you remember the curious worlds we created together, you and I? We have a problem to handle there, and I think you can help.
Oh, thank you very much.
Your childhood bedroom and your old things are here. I don't remember these paintings. Maybe they're here for a reason. Have you figured out what they are yet? Let's have a closer look. We should revisit the old house where you, me, and your sister spent all those summers together. All the pets have gone missing, and I think you know who's behind it. Touch the painting and enter the dream.
Yeah, so the so basically the thing they asked me to do is not do the last level, but I feel we just do the first level.
During your school vacation, your parents let you and your sister stay with us. For your
Thank you.
grandmother and me, those summers were the highlight of the year.
Grab the world, rotate, grab to pick up, return to the bedroom, point to interact. So,
Oh, look, there's my old summer house, and there you are. You and your sister always argue. No matter how hard we tried, you always found something to disagree about. Now all
what
the
is that? I
peace
can't
is
remember
gone.
what the
I need your help to put things in order. Oh, you found some of your pocket money. Me and grandmother used to hide it and send you off on treasure hunts. Do you think you can find all the coins?
That's it. Put it. I think if we put it here, level it here, that should be ideal for me walking around. It's been such a long time. So there's we got to get 3 out of the 5. I don't think I found all 5 in the last video I did. This music's quite unforgettable, like when I played it last time. Oh, one more. Cool. Okay, 5 coins. Hello, Robin. Oh, that's weird. Looks like a pig, a rabbit, and a cat. Hello. Ow! Brown leaves in your tea, nice. So if you want, obviously you can see me walking around the world, but you can also spin the world. Oh, nice. Oh, thank you. I hope you enjoyed it. Wonderful guys over there they are, Render Reality. I think that might be how we unlock the chest. Let's have a look. So what I'm trying to point out is you can play this seated and stuff. I just wanted to walk around to see how that would feel. Because each of the levels, I think there's 5 he said. All different environments and stuff. These worlds float. One of them is underwater. I personally haven't seen it yet. But I've seen the trailers and it looks fantastic to be underwater in this. Ah, there we go.
that ate all the carrots in our neighbour's garden.
What is it? Impressive. Okay. So we found the rabbit. We're looking for the cat. I think you can raise the world up and down as well. I think. There we go. It's such a happy game, isn't it? I know. I do know that I've got to do something with that, but I cannot remember it. Oh, look. That was the dog. Did I is that the...
Ah, that's a spot. You used to take him for walks, remember?
Okay, let's bring the world down. The cat, man, the cat. Where is the cat? No worries. Thank you for joining me.
But I know it loved cuddling up on my lap.
Thank you.
And my tea.
Thank you.
Your grandmother and
Yeah,
I
they're awesome.
never understood why you were always so quick to pick a fight with each other. I wonder if your life would have been different if you'd chosen a different path. One sister's love of animals and another's love of magic don't have to clash, you know.
So what do you reckon, guys, in the chat? Do we go for World 2?
That wraps it up. My summer house is back
Or do we
in
leave it
order
there?
now.
Let me know
I
what you
am
think.
so happy you could help me with that. I miss our summers together. Those were the days, eh? Do you remember when we took the train to the mountains, where I taught you skiing? You and your sister were fighting there, like always. I know the pets in this dream are missing too. Can you please bring them back?
I think we should leave it there. I think we should leave it there, personally. Because this is one of those games where exploring the world will be the best bit about it. So, yeah, I'm going to make the decision to leave the video there. So, I hope you enjoyed the interview. Hello. I hope... yeah, and get my channel shut down. Ideal. But yeah, thank you for being here. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for your comments. I hope you enjoyed the interview. I know it's a bit different, but I thought it would it'll work out nicely because I've had that interview sitting there for quite some time. Oh, I'm good. I'm all right. No, that's where we're going to stop it. So I just want to quickly shout out to everyone who joined me today, who clicks that bell and stuff. I really appreciate you being here. Nerfstein, Midlife, Distilled, Gamecat. Is it Game? Oh, Gamecast. Sorry, I always get that wrong in my head. Robert Dodge, Scott Merrill. How's it going, guys? Robin Kester, Hello, Paul. Oh, nice. Thank you, man. I'm glad you enjoyed that. Oh, Nikki. It is a charming game. Hello, Ian. I'm not sure about the hours, man. There's going to be 5 worlds. When I first played that level at Gamescom, it took me about 12 to 15 minutes, maybe. Something like that. So, I'm not sure, man. Prices were at the beginning of the video, unless you want me to tell you them again. But it does come out on the 14th. Hello, Paul. How's it going? Yeah, you're right, man. Technology. It's fantastic. It's a great time to be enjoying this sort of entertainment. But yeah, cool. Thank you, guys. As I said, I really appreciate you being here. And I'll see you tomorrow for Doctor Who. Oh, mate, I can't wait to play that. I haven't played it at all. It's already loaded up to do a live stream. And I've heard the Weeping Angels are pretty terrifying. So, yeah. Thanks very much, guys. Look after yourselves. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.